Welcome back to another episode of Tech Tuesday. Today we'll be talking about embedded lending. It is the future and the way to reach the borrowers fastest and enable their needs when they have the need. Embedded finance, very simply put, is embedding finance and access to credit wherever that need arises. So there are interactions that borrowers and customers are having, whether they're doing a purchase or when they're paying a bill or when they're taking a service. There is always something that involves an exchange of money or payments to be had. Embedded finance is, very simply put, enablement of credit or payment support wherever that payment is happening. A quick example would be buy now, pay later. Have you ever gone to purchase something and seen a link which says you can buy it and pay later? And that's what it is, embedded finance. It allows you to buy something, and immediately as you're buying something, the payment can be done as a lender payment, basically, which is a loan to you. So that's embedded finance. It is empowering the world, it is empowering different types of use cases, and it is the future. For embedded finance to be successful, lenders have to literally have the ability to embed their products, finance products, into the journey or the use case that they have to take care of or embed the finance in. Lending as a service then basically is that as a lender, you are creating capabilities which are API driven, which are more real time in nature, so that you are exposing yourself as a service that anybody can consume for whatever be the use case. Now, there are a variety of things that needs to be taken care of for a lender to express themselves or prepare themselves to be a lending as a service provider. And that is that they have to have an open API that anybody can use. In India, we have the OCIN construct that puts standardization of how a lending data interchange can happen. The second is that you need to have real-time decision capabilities. That's where a lot of automated underwriting and AI model has to be prepared so that you can decision whatever requests are coming into for embedded finance requests, whether you want to approve them or deny them. So that's how lending as a service is powering embedded finance, and it is critical that embedded finance have multiple options of lending as a service providers who can power this different type of use cases and needs the customers have today. Lending as a service has tremendous potential benefits for both businesses and the buyers. It is enabling buyers to have their need met when they have it, even if they don't have the money. And it is enabling the business to generate revenue and fulfill the needs of the customers despite not having the ways and the means immediately to pay for the product or the service that they are requiring. I think fundamentally this creates a lot more consumption and drives a consumption-driven economy, which is what we want. It leads to the growth of the GDP, leads business growth for the business, and the consumer is happy as well. For lended embedded finance use cases, there will be naturally a lot of information flow that will happen between different players. There is the customer involved, there is an e-commerce or some facilitator, a business that is providing the service or the product, and then there is a lender in the background who is enabling the transaction to happen. Now, there is a lot of information that flows from the customer to the lender. I think there are several practices. Data security has to be ensured. Number one in this is consent. We have to ensure that whatever data is being shared, either from the business about the consumer to the lender, has the consent of the customer. The customer knows and is allowed to choose what data is sharing for what purpose to the lender. The second thing is, whatever the lender requires from the borrower should not be stored by the business. There is a lot of data that lenders require, perhaps their personally identifiable information, their bank statements and other things, which the borrower should not be involved in storing or even examining. He should be the conduit for transferring this data. Without examining, he should be the postman. So these are some of the things that we need to ensure so that data security remains at the utmost highest level, and we are not violating any kind of data breaches or creating access to data breaches that can happen. Thank you for watching this episode of Tech Tuesday. As usual, we value your suggestions and comments, and I look forward to receiving them so that we can talk about things which matter.